Welcome everybody to the Show Me the Money session here for your Golden Eagle Welcome Week. We hope that you guys are having a great week and learning lots of great information, and we just hope to add to that knowledge. So we are the Office of Undergraduate Scholarships. I am Danetta Winters. I am the Senior Coordinator for the Office and Financial Literacy. So today we're going to talk to you guys about planning how to finance your way through college and learning some great money management tips that can help you align your academic and your financial goals. So one thing to keep in mind while you guys are all here, you've made the decision to go to college, and more specifically, you decided to come to Southern Miss. So what we want you to do is really think about your motivation. Is that you wanted to come to USM for your dream job? Is it because your parents came here? Or maybe your friends just came here? Whatever the reason, you all made the decision to invest in going to college. So this is going to serve as your why. So as you're going through your journey at Southern Miss or you're doing your planning, we want you to keep this at the forefront of your mind. This is going to be your motivation to overcome your obstacles. So to get started, we just want to share a couple of statistics, nothing you have to remember, but you, again, made the decision to invest in yourself, and college is truly an investment. So this chart just kind of shows unemployment rates. One thing we just want to point out is that obviously if you have less than a high school degree or a high school diploma, your chances of maybe becoming unemployed are higher than if you get a college degree or even attend some college. So keep these things in mind. Also, in just looking at how much you may get paid for a certain job or profession, keep in mind that the higher your education level, the higher your pay rate is as well. So we want you to just remember these as additional motivational factors. So we mentioned that college is an investment, but obviously it costs something to get here. So you've probably seen this chart in several different ways, but we just want to kind of show it to you to get you started on this financial journey. So obviously you came to school. Some of you may have been aware of your tuition costs. Some of you may not. And then additional fees that come with attending school. So we break these down into two categories, your direct cost and your indirect costs. Again, these are estimates. So your different personal expenses, transportation, book supplies, these costs may vary, but these are things you need to look for when you start thinking, how much does it truly cost me to attend USM? It's not always just tuition and books and room and board. So consider these things when you're budgeting, when you're taking out loans, when you're applying for scholarships. Truly consider what that total cost of attendance is. So the Office of Financial Aid does estimate that number for all students, but your personal expenses also need to be included in your own budgeting methods. So we're going to give you a lot of information today, but please don't feel like you have to remember all of it. As long as you remember a couple of key resources and you remember our website, you'll be able to access everything that I will talk about today. So when you're thinking about paying for college, we have two great resources that we want you guys to utilize on a regular basis. So the first one is the funding guide. This can be found on the Office of Undergraduate Scholarships website. So that is us, usm.edu/scholarships. And what this guide does is it walks you through all of the different financial steps and offices and applications in order to make sure you've exhausted all of your financial resources to pay for college. So everything from your FAFSA to applying through the GO system to searching external scholarships and even getting loans. So it may not be handled through our office, but this easy to use guide includes embedded links, and it puts it in an order to where you use all of your gift aid, your free money first, and then you start to get to things that you may have to pay back. A second resource we've used is the financial calendar. This actually lives on the Office of Financial Aid's website, right on their homepage, and it's very similar to the academic calendar. So you guys have now attended orientation, you've created your class schedule. The academic calendar tells you the last day to add and drop classes, when classes begin. The financial calendar works very similar. So there are 3 key financial offices on campus. You have us, Office of Undergraduate Scholarships, you have the Office of Financial Aid, and then you have Business Services. So we all 3 play a part in making sure that your bill is accurate and that all of your funds are applied. So that's a lot of deadlines that you have to kind of think about and consider. The financial calendar outlines it in a way where you can see deadlines for all offices in chronological order. So whether it's the deadline for scholarships, a specific type of state aid, federal aid, when your bill is due, all of those due dates are on that financial calendar. So remember these 2 key resources and they will help you be able to create your plan. So in brief, there's 2 basic methods to applying for the majority of your aid. One is going to be the GO system. So all university offered scholarships, those applications are in the GO system. So these are foundation, department scholarships, scholarships offered directly through our office. If you got some of those admission-based scholarships, all of those live in the GO system. That's money that is funneled through the university in some form. And that application is called a general application. That's your starting point in the GO system, but then there are additional scholarships that you can apply for. So you'll need to do that general application every October 1st. And the way it works is that's your matching system. That general application is going to either automatically push you into some scholarship pools, save you time where you don't have to do additional applications, or it will pull keywords for you and recommend some other applications that you may have to upload some proof for, documentation, an essay, or various things. So you really want to fill out that general application every year, beginning October 1st. Next is your FAFSA. So this is your key to all of your federal aid, your grants, your work study, and student loans. So this application is open also October 1st every year. So we coordinated these deadlines so that you have priority deadlines for your 2 key points at the same date. So remember, every October 1st, you need to do a new general application and GO, and you need to fill out your new FAFSA for the next year. If you are a resident of the state of Mississippi, you may have received some state aid. If you do your FAFSA, there's actually a link at the end that takes you straight to the state of Mississippi Aid's application. So this state aid comes in multiple forms. There's different options. The HELP scholarship, actually HELP Scholars Grant, that deadline is March 31st, so that's the early one. And then the remaining deadlines are September 15th for your MTAG and MESG. So you can see these requirements. You can also see them on the website. But one thing to just remember is that this is state of Mississippi aid. And just like your scholarships, you have to be enrolled in 15 hours. So some federal aid, you only have to be enrolled in 12 hours. So students sometimes get confused about these items. So we just want to kind of show you how to access this. And next, keeping your scholarships. So we kind of briefly just mentioned that 15-hour requirement, but just like any type of aid that you receive, you have stipulations. And if you have a scholarship through our office, you have scholarship stipulations that were mailed to you, and they're also provided in the GO system as well. So you can access these stipulations at any time if you have questions. So essentially, this just outlines what you have to maintain while you're here at USM. So remain enrolled in 15 hours each semester, whether it's online classes or physical classes, and also remain a 3.0 cumulative USM GPA. Again, you can locate these in the GO system if you're not familiar with them. Just click under your My Applications tab, and each scholarship that you're awarded, you can click that tile and it will outline those specific scholarship stipulations for that scholarship. If you do have multiple scholarships, you may have some different criteria, so we want you to really take time and review each one. So when you're looking at your cost of attendance, how much it's going to cost you to attend here, looking at your academic goals, you may try to figure out how much financial assistance do I really need. So you want to create a college plan. This is where you begin to align your academic goals and your financial goals and truly figure out how you're going to get through the next 2 years, 4 years, however long it may take you. And that's also a key point in creating this college plan. So as you're deciding your major and your career path, you need to kind of think about your time invested. Is it going to be something you can finish early? Is it going to be something that may require a 5th year? Is it something that may require you to go to graduate school? These are all things that you want to consider, and that way you can know what you need to begin applying for, how many scholarships you may need, the length of these scholarships. Some may be only for 1 year. Some scholarships may be for 4 years. So you really need to think about this when you're looking for ways to fund college. And also, when you're adding and dropping classes, that is affecting the time that you're investing in college. So if you have a 4-year scholarship and you're someone that's continuing to change your major, that's going to add on maybe a 5th or 6th year. And that's 2 years worth of school and tuition and fees that you're going to have to figure out how to pay. So we really want you guys to just think about your major. One major can get you to multiple careers, so that's where kind of using these campus resources are really going to benefit you. So if you're meeting with career services and joining student organizations, just kind of figuring out the best way to get to your career goal. So we talked a little bit about university scholarships and financial aid, but there are other types of scholarships that are available. So we call these external scholarships. These are scholarships that are not offered directly through the university, so we have no part in the application process or writing the checks or any of the funds. So whatever organization you apply for, they send that check directly to business services and it gets applied to your account just like a payment. But we do offer these resources on our website. We vetted some so you can surf the web safely. And these are things that you kind of want to keep handy if you're on a scholarship hunt. So secure some letters of recommendation. You want to write unique essays. You want to kind of have any kind of proof of documentation handy. And you want to start locally. So you just want to make sure that you're applying for things that you're actually eligible for. So these can be anything from scholarships just because you were on the dance team or because you're a certain religion, or maybe it's just a Coca-Cola general scholarship offered by a corporation. There's all kinds of scholarships that are available for students. So we highly encourage you to apply for these once you've exhausted all of your university scholarship applications, because these again are gift aid. So this is money that you do not have to pay back. And that's what we really, really want for our students. And you're getting rewarded for things that are unique about you. And if you have to consider loans to fill in some of those financial needs, we also provide you with worksheets and documents on how to make smart decisions with those loans. So we want you to only take out the minimum loan amount that you need. A lot of students don't know in SOAR, you can adjust that loan offer amount. Just remember that it is split in half. So half of it goes for the fall semester, half goes for the spring semester. So if you need $2,000 each semester, you'll need to take out a $4,000 loan. So that way when they break it up for semesters, you have exactly your $2,000. But you also want to look at different loan types. Look at your interest rates. Look at the loan repayment options. You want to look to see if they offer grace periods. So you want to start thinking long-term about these loans, because when you graduate, you do have to pay these things back. So this is, again, part of that planning, not just living in the moment. We want you guys to really make some smart long-term decisions. So in addition to using all of your aid options, you might just have to end up spending some money out of pocket, even for external expenses, if you're paying your own rent and you have your water bill and your light bill. So learning how to save and budget not only helps you prepare how to pay for college, but also how to manage college expenses and your life expenses. So these are just some general guidelines that we like to provide to students. just making sure that you're consistent with how you're managing your money. So a lot of students, we know, live off of student refunds, but that's a one-time payment. In either way, if that's how you're going to fund the rest of your semester, you need to know how to manage that lump sum into monthly installments. So learning how to budget and save is going to be very, very important, especially as your funds for each year, each semester could change. If a scholarship expires or you lose a scholarship, you need to be able to manage the difference in those expenses just to make sure that your tuition and your cost of attendance is fully covered. And if you do need a job, we always want you to look at work study as an option. Again, this is something you fill out through your FAFSA. So you check a box located directly on that FAFSA application, and it's funds paid to you in the form of a paycheck. And if you do need a campus job, Handshake is a great portal that is located on Career Services website. And you can upload a profile, your resume, see what campus jobs are available, or you can even stop by your favorite office and see if they have an open position. So even if you don't have work study funds, you can also take advantage of the Handshake portal and still locate a job. It's a great opportunity to network, and you can also find some off-campus jobs as well. We also want you to consider winter breaks and summer breaks. So you guys are very, very busy. You're balancing work, you're balancing school and your personal lives. So maybe winter and summer breaks are a time where you can work more and you can save that additional money for the remainder of the semester. So that way you can take off when needed. You can make sure you have enough time to study. So you're managing those your time. So time management, budgeting your finances, making sure you're on progress academically. These are all things that are very, very important, and they're equally important. So we want you to kind of begin to think about these things. How are you going to budget out your time? And if you need assistance with anything from setting basic goals to figuring out what your financial needs are, or working through some of those financial issues, we have lots of materials offered through our office. We have a lot of online programs, as well as some workbooks and worksheets in our office. So we have the F.L.I.G.H.T program, which is part of our office. Stands for Financial Literacy, Insight, Growth, Help, and Teachings. And this is a great program to really help students financially. So even if it's something not offered through our office, or maybe something that you'll have to reach out to someone else for, we can provide you to get with assistance to get to that next step. So we really encourage you to come talk to us or take advantage of some of the online programs that I'll share with you next, just to make sure you're on the right track and that you are using all available resources here on campus. So one great online tool that we have is the Financial Literacy Badge program. So we've actually created a financial literacy curriculum. It's located in Canvas. It is a free course. You do have to request to be enrolled in it, but you can complete this at your own pace. You can complete it partially or in whole. If you do complete the entire program, we send you a digital certificate congratulating you on your completion. And it's just another way to signify that you're well on your way to becoming financially stable. The resources provided in there are federal resources, they're interactive, and they also can be used after you graduate. So it's really a great tool and program to kind of enroll in. And then we also have something smaller. If you just want to become a F.L.I.G.H.T ambassador, that's our student-led organization for financial literacy. We do a lot of financial discussions through the semester. We have some professionals come in, give their point of view, or maybe some things in the industry. We also do workshops for students. So there's a lot of fun things to do as a F.L.I.G.H.T ambassador. And you can do that at your own pace as well. So participation, again, is up to you, but this is more of a way to engage with your peers and other professionals. And lastly, if you want to help your peers as a group, maybe you're part of a student organization or your friends want to host a financial literacy workshop, you can request a presentation on a specific topic or just to learn more about what resources our office has to offer. Another component of our office is nationally competitive programs. So this is probably my favorite thing to talk about. It's ran by Carly Causey, so you can find her information on our website as well. But this is a way to get involved academically and financially for maybe some of your STEM programs. If there's things of interest to study abroad, this is a way to not only get money for those experiences, but also to get real world firsthand experience and knowledge. So some of her students get to go abroad and work right directly in their fields. They get to go to Washington, D.C., go to Harvard. These are just great programs that offer more than just money. You get to network with professionals, build on any research, any work that you're currently involved in. And you can start these at any stage, from freshman year all the way to your senior year. There's opportunities for graduate students. So it's just a great way to really dive in. And she's here to help you through that process. So if it sounds a little intimidating, that is what she is here for. And this kind of shows you a little bit of how she does that. So if you have an interest in a nationally competitive program, or it sounds like something that is of interest to you, you can reach out to her. There's a lot of information on the website that talks about different program types. So you really want to make sure that you have started this process in some way. You're competing against students all across the US. Again, these are prestigious programs. So she will provide you with some of that information. Make sure that you're kind of building that criteria. You may see her in classrooms promoting these awards. You may see acknowledgments on our social media. So these may be students that you want to reach out to as well and kind of ask them about their experience with these programs. And then she's also here to advise you through the process. She'll coordinate the application process for you, and she'll kind of counsel you through all of the steps needed to prepare for the application process, complete the application process, and follow up. So our final tips for you as a student creating that college plan is to make sure you stay on track. Try to graduate in 4 years. Make sure that you're applying for all financial aid that is available and all scholarships. Just do know that tuition typically increases each year. And you just want to take advantage of all free resources on campus. So you're going to need to, again, plan academically, plan your time, plan financially, and make sure that you stay on track while you're on your USM journey. And be mindful of any stipulations that you have to maintain. So you don't want to get these great awards and get acknowledged for all of your success and then end up losing them. So make sure that you remain focused, keep that motivational factor in mind to keep you going, and make sure that you read and retain any copies of any forms that you need so that you can easily access that information. So again, I am Donetta Winters with the Office of Undergraduate Scholarships. Anything that I've talked about today, you can find on our website at usm.edu/scholarships. You can email us with questions, or you can call or visit. We are in Kennard, Washington, room 200. So we're on the second floor, 8 to 5. Or you can follow us on social media. We have Facebook, Instagram, and we also have a newsletter. You can find that link on our website. But we'll be more than glad to answer any additional questions or walk you through any of the processes that you've heard today. So we hope you enjoy the rest of your Golden Eagle Welcome Week, and thank you for attending our summit. Thank you.